Hey Cully, you've been warned that you need a 72-hour survival kit.
But you have a tiny budget and you don't know where to start.
Well, we've been living this way successfully for over 10 years now.
So join us as we reveal our cheapest options for you and where you can make a start.
Let's have a look, shall we? So it's all over the news at the moment. That you need a 72-hour bug-out bag or bug-out supplies. No, it's more survival supplies, isn't it? They keep saying.
It is really, yeah.
And as you probably already know, you've got things like UK Prepper Shop, selling these bags for.
I don't think he's the only one.
No, 300 quid though, aren't they?
They start at around £200, and from what I can gather from the research I've done, they start at 200 and get more expensive as you go on, depending on what's in the kit, I guess.
Yeah.
What's shocking is that you and I can put together a bug out bag for half the price.
Yeah, we can. Yep, pretty much half the price.
I find that a lot of these pre-prepared bug out bags, when you see what's inside them, there's so much excessive stuff that you don't need, and yet there's some real stuff lacking that you probably do need.
Yeah.
Do keep an eye out, because tomorrow we'll be doing an upload for our debunk channel where we'll be going over some of the issues with these bug out bags.
Yeah, most definitely. Have a look out for that one. So do have a look at the pinned comment for all the links of everything that you do need.
So then let's have a look at it, eh? What do we really need? Well, there's a few things you need to consider, things like shelter, food, water, etc. So we'll go through them. Let's start with the shelter. So you're going to need a tarp. Ta-da, a tarp. Cheap, easy. You can use this as not only just to get you out of the rain, but you can also use it as a proper tent tarp. It's a 3x3, so it's more than plenty of room. Sleeping bag, a sleeping mat. Let's face it, if you're going to only be sleeping under a tarp, comfort is essential. It's the worst thing for morale if you're uncomfortable. A good sleep mat. Now, when it comes to water filtration, I wouldn't worry so much about a soil water filter, although I do advocate for one. If you can afford it, do it. But on a budget, it's not necessary. You can buy those water-soluble tablets. These ones here are going to see you through 2,000 litres. Now, medical supplies. How often have you had to deal with medical supplies in your home? You must have things there, like plasters or a bandage, maybe some painkillers. That's really all I would worry about, because we have another secret weapon when it comes to medical supplies. Your SAS survival guide. Now this is something that I've never seen a kit put it in, unless it's in a little tin and it's a leaflet version. But you're going to need this. I found this essential. If you've got no skills and you're a city person like I was, if you're having to bug out for longer than 72 hours, this is your secret weapon as a go-to. They cover everything in here. We'll do with food, shelter, trapping animals, forageable, you name it, it's in there. Now, just as an added extra, another one that nobody ever includes in a bug out bag is your little Collins Gems free food. It's a little guide, and to be honest, because you've got the Lofty Wiseman's to SAS guide to cross-reference with that, it's more than enough to get you going if you're in a survival situation. And you can take 72 hours worth of rations with you, but after 72 hours and those rations are gone, what are you going to eat? You don't want to be taking chances and eating something you shouldn't. So I find that these are an essential piece of a survival kit.
This bit, we'd love to say thank you to you guys. We leave you all over the screen. Yeah, you're absolutely awesome, and it keeps us in high spirits.
Good morale.
Yeah, and it is really nice to know that you guys are out there, you like our content, and
you like to show your appreciation. So
thank you very much. Let's get back into it, shall we? Obviously, if you do want to cook, you'll need a stove. This stove here is an affordable alternative to the hobo can stove. If you don't know how to make one, have a look up there, and in that Tara shows you how to make one. Obviously, you're going to need pots with utensils to do that with as well. So cheap, cheerful. It's 72 hours. It's not a lifelong thing. Otherwise, you would have kit like us. Kit that's actually going to see you through more than 72 hours. This stuff will. It will see you a lot. The pots we've got, exactly the same pot as the one that I've just shown you. And it's lasted us, well, both of ours have lasted us a good 5, 6, 7 years. unless it gets stomped on or packed or squished, whatever. Get yourself some methylated spirits. If you can't afford methylated spirits, definitely get nail varnish remover. That goes in these hobo stoves and these can stoves, trangiers, anything like that. Also low light and emissions. So if you are out in the wild, you don't want to keep getting seen at night time. Those sorts of things, they're fantastic for that. They burn fairly clean as well. They might smell a little bit, but if you're out in the wild, it's never going to matter. Obviously, you're going to need something for lighting it. Poundland, any of those places, any shop, you can pretty much pick up 5-pack lighters for £1 or £2 at the most. You know, it's fairly cheap. Always go with the lighter first. You see these survivalists, these preppers, oh, we need always go with a lighter first. You've got that's 5 days worth of lighters, even if you use that lighter once each day. 5 days. You've got your fire still, just in case, your backup, just in case you need it to start a fire, just in case all of your lighters get wet, your gas runs out, you know, your fuel runs out, anything like that. You've got your fire key or your ferro rod or magnesium rod, whatever you want to call it, that's what it's there for. If it is an emergency situation or civil unrest or bug out or war or anything like that happens, it doesn't matter about a UK legal knife. All of your knives in your kitchen are completely legal. And if you have to bug out and you don't want to take a big 12-inch, you know, kitchen knife of you, find the ones that you peel the potatoes with. Things like that, they will help you out in a bug out situation for cutting meat or the odds and bits and bobs that you're going to be doing in the countryside or in your bug out location. You're going to need a multi-tool. Multi-tool, great for all sorts of different things, fixing zips, your coat, can openers on them. So if you do take cans for some weird reason and you haven't bagged them, decanted them into appropriate bags to reduce your load and your weight, yeah, you've got things, nail clippers on them, all sorts of weird things. Paracord. Paracord is another one, at least 25 foot to 100 foot. They're dirt cheap. You can use them for all sorts of things. These ones specifically, they have a fire lighting cord in them, they have a fishing cord in them, they've got a stitching cord in them. So when you've got these little survival tins that you need to learn how to sew and you need needles and thread and all this lot, it's all in the SAS manual. If you have a flick through there, necessarily you don't need all of that stuff, just the paracord. You've got the knife already. You've got the tweezers or the little scissors or the nail clippers. You've got all that already. You don't need anything more. You can make your own needles pretty much out of anything, and it doesn't need an eyelet in which to thread through. You can do things like making little notches in a sharp bit of bone or a sharp thorn from a hawthorn bush or a blackthorn bush. All those sorts of things will help you stitch your clothes for a temporary measure. And not only that, is if your tarp rips or anything like that, you don't have to stitch it. There are methods in the SAS manual in which to fix a tarp, or you can easily do a quick Google search of how to fix one. And also with fishing as well, your hooks, you know, the can pools, because everyone likes to have a drink. We've just been and seen a camp today that's completely barbaric. Cans everywhere. Each one of those ring pools turn into a fishing hook. You could also use those just to make holes in clothing so you can stitch through bits of cord anyway. You know, so all those sorts of things. And not only that, you've got a can. Tara said about the hobo stove. Learn how to make one. And you can pretty much find them all over the countryside these days as well, can't you?
So in total, what we've demonstrated to you here with just these Amazon buys is literally what we're showing you. But we've managed to equate it to around £100. Now, one thing that we do want to warn you is shop around if you can. Also, have a look around, because the chances are is you have some of these items indoors.
Yep.
That you can utilise, i.e. a bag. Most people have a bag, some people have a sleeping bag from a random camping hut trip they had one time.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to shopping around, a lot of the time you'll find that army surplus shops, for example, you'll be able to find some of this stuff much cheaper in places like that. So I would say do a bit of bargain hunting, but don't think that you need professional equipment and all what they show you in these online bug out bags.
No.
Like I say, come over to our debunk channel and we'll help show you why those things are a little bit
unnecessary.
So it doesn't matter if you are an avid outdoors person or just a city girl and you haven't got a clue. This kit is going to be keeping you safe as a survival method for 72 hours and even longer if it should need to.
Yep. So thank you for sticking around. If you have enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up and share around and subscribe even. YouTube seems to think you'll like this video next. Go over and have a look. If not, come and have a look at the video description and the pinned comments, and we shall have some links in there for more appropriate videos for you. Until next time.
Happy hopping.